There are over 135 million active users on eBay, with literally billions of dollars processed each year alone. It is easily my most recommended platform for most clothing resellers. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips and tricks that helped us generate over $315,000 on eBay in 3 years alone. Hey everyone, my name is Bethany, and I, along with my husband Sean, run Trash Pandas Thrift, a 6-figure reselling business. And on this channel, we share with you all the tips, the tricks, and the lessons that we've learned along the way so that you can start or grow your reselling business too. And today I am super excited. eBay is, honestly, it is my favorite platform, and it has not always been that way. This is going to be a video based, of course, mostly on our own experience because I can only speak to what worked for us. And I think a lot of them are objective truths that even eBay themselves have said and posted on their blogs, on their social media platforms that are best practices. But I think that you'll learn with time. Every platform you learn as you go. eBay was at first, honestly, not my first love, and it took some trial, and it took, honestly, learning these 5 tips and tricks I'm going to share with you today that took it from being the platform I was most scared of when I first started reselling to our primary platform, the platform where we did the most money on every year before we started wholesaling, and it is my favorite reselling platform to this day. So let's get into it. Now, the first tip, the first trick I'm going to share is get a store. So, eBay offers store subscriptions, and the starter plan, the most basic plan, the cheapest per month is $4.95 a month, and it is worth its weight in gold. The store offers so many benefits, and I tell all resellers that want to start selling on eBay that it is honestly the best thing that you could do. It offers you, number one, a super cool, it's called a subscriber discount. They give you a $50 coupon code that you can use on shipping discounts every single quarter. And that alone is making up for your $4.95 per month, right? Because 5 times 5 is $25, and you're already getting a $50 coupon for shipping supplies for that quarter. Now, this doesn't roll over, so if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Every single quarter without fail, I always use our $50 shipping discount to either get more poly mailers, to get more tape. All you have to do is go to the eBay shipping store. They have shipping supplies. You put into your cart what you want to buy. It has to be under $50. You enter in that coupon that they give you, and that's it. It's all yours. And then that's just the bare minimum advantage that you get. There are so many marketing tools that you get when you open a store, when you sign up to that store subscription, and it is so beneficial. I cannot iterate this enough. The marketing tab is your best friend on eBay. I truly think it's not explored enough by a lot of eBay sellers, and it's what drove the most traffic, the most repeat buyers, the most repeat sales for us. On eBay, the biggest thing that we learned, and the reason we talk about how we're able to sell items that other resellers either won't, or don't even know how to sell, is because we were able to build a personal brand using that store subscription, using the marketing tools that you get when you have a store. And anyone can do the same thing with all of the marketing tools they provide as soon as you have a store. That's why it's number 1. It is the first thing that you can and should do. Number 2, eBay, when it comes to things like shipping time, to your metrics, your service metrics. Service metrics on eBay are their way of saying, okay, how are you performing in regards to other sellers on the platform? Are you shipping on time? Are your returns in line with other sellers? Are you describing your items correctly? Are you doing good seller habit things that they expect good sellers to do? And one of those things is shipping. Now, on eBay, the number one thing that you can and should do is Make sure your handling time, the time that you put in your listings when you list your items that you will ship your items by, is 3 days or lower, and make sure that you ship it within your specified time. Now, honestly, a lot of people say that you need to have same day shipping. You need to have 1 day shipping. And we never did. Our shipping has been as high as 3 business days. At one point, we were doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday shipping schedule. And would we have had more sales if we would have went down to 1 day shipping? Maybe. Yeah. Do the fastest. Do the fastest handling shipping time that you can handle. We did 3 day and then we went down to 2 day. We never did 1 or same day, because I truly believe, number one, you need to do what you can handle. More important than even that being a low shipping time, it needs to be what you can make sure that you get out no matter what. I knew no matter what, we were going to ship our items within 2 days. But we were a volume store, we are a business couple. I wasn't so entirely sure we could do same day shipping. And if I'm not sure, I'm not going to offer it, because service metrics, shipping your items on time, everything. And number 2, getting that as low as possible. So that's something you can work on. If you have to start at 5 business days, okay, work on it. Make sure you have it down, and then lower that gradually, then lower it down to 3. If you got 3 down, you feel like, okay, I can do this without a problem, get it down to 2. And the lower that handling time, the lower that shipping time, the higher eBay will prioritize you in search results. So, number 3, use all of the characters in your title. I believe, now I'm not going to call myself like an eBay conspiracy theorist. There are tons of conspiracy theories regarding eBay algorithms and this and that. And okay, I think at the very basics of it, there are certain things that you can do to propel yourself to success. And then everything else, all of that other stuff, you just have to put blinders on. You have to do what you can do in your control so that you know you're doing your best. And that is exactly what number 3 comes from. Use all of the characters in your title. You get 80 characters, and all of those characters in your title need to be maximized. This is how buyers are going to find your items, right? We have talked about in other videos before, a great one where we talk about this is how to use keywords to sell clothes online. I highly recommend you check out that video if you haven't watched it yet. It's honestly the thing that completely blew up our business, and it is number 3. Use all of those characters and fill it with strong keywords that will make a difference when buyers are looking for your item. The more eyes, the more traffic on your items, the better chance you have that your item is going to sell faster than other sellers, and sell for more. Now, some items, this is going to be tricky. If you're sitting there, you got a pair of leggings, right? And you're like, I don't know what else to put. They're leggings, they're black, high rise. You need to dive deep. This is where that research comes in, and this is where I always say never stop learning. This is where you push yourself. I think of new keywords that I could use not only for just unique items, but for basic items too. This is where we start to push the envelope, where we think, okay, I don't want my listing to look exactly like 8,000 other listings for leggings. I want mine to stand out. And your title is where you must do that. You do that, 1, by, again, all of those characters, and number 2, prioritizing ones that make your listing stand out. Is everybody else putting the words athleisure in their leggings? No, not everyone. You should. Keywords like that. Now, it's going to be different depending on the item that you're listing, but all I can say is, number 1, check out that video that we posted that explains this in depth. And number 2, keywords are your best friend. Do some research. Go down that rabbit hole on different style aesthetics and keywords you can use in your titles, and read it like it is your personal constitution, your Bible for reselling, and it will change dramatically your eBay sales, because honestly, a lot of eBay sellers are not maximizing their listings using their titles, and this is your chance to do just that. Okay. Number 4, just in line with number 3, as many item specifics that are applicable to your item you need to fill out. eBay is known, honestly, probably notorious for being probably the longest listing process, the most complicated listing process, and I get that. It is so worth it to take it at its face value and say, okay, this is probably going to take me longer to actually fill out, but the more that you fill out from your listing template, when you go to list your item on eBay, you're going to notice a ton of fields, right? If you never listed before, you're going to see your eBay title. You're going to see a bunch of drop downs. By that, what I mean is different categories, fields that are blank that you can fill out when you click on it, and it pulls down this drop down of all the words that you can put in that box. Color, brand, size, fabric, sleeve type, things like that. And some of them are going to be absolutely nuts, right? Like character is an eBay drop down I have hated for years. You list a pair of blue jeans on eBay and the character without fail is going to insert automatically the character blue, like from Blue's Clues. That has nothing to do with my pair of blue jeans. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all applicable drop downs, like material, like size, anything that actually in additional required recommended item specifics. Those recommended specifics should be filled out to the best of your ability, as many as you can do. And of course, you need to fill out all of those required ones as well. I truly do believe, and eBay has said themselves, they do prioritize people in search that has more of these filled out. And if a platform is telling you exactly what to do, honestly, we have to listen. We have to do the best practices that they set out, they say is important to do, and that is one of them, no matter if it infuriates us. Okay, and this honestly ties everything up. I will say this to start for number 5, for my last tip, for my last trick. eBay and I have not always been best friends, right? I did not start with eBay as my main reselling platform. I resold my first ever item on Mercari. Mercari, of all platforms, a platform that probably became our least important platform. I moved on to Poshmark. From there, I thought to myself, okay, I'm listing so many items a day and my sales are not growing. I need to do something drastic. And from there, I moved to eBay as our primary platform. And I kiss the ground that I walk on from that day that made that decision to do it, because it changed everything. It changed everything for our business. And I started off with giving just stats that are available publicly, like how many users, the amount of money that eBay generates. It's just a no-brainer. In the reselling space, eBay is the big dog. And number 2, so many people, so many use it to shop secondhand. It is huge, right? And that is why it became our primary platform. I did not see results, like none. Like I did not see consistent daily sales until I put in consistent daily work. And that is number 5. You need to consistently list daily the same amount of items every single day, without fail, 7 days a week, even weekends. I know this sounds scary. I know it sounds like a lot. It can be 1, 2, 5, whatever you can handle listing every single day without fail. That is exactly what you should and need to list. I started off with 5, grew incrementally. I looked at myself, at my business. When Sean came, we looked at it together at our business and we said, okay, we've been listing consistently this number for this amount of time. Our sales have grown to almost match how much we're listing. It's time to grow. And from there, again, we grew to a number that we could list daily, every single day, the same amount, no matter what. We went on vacation. I made sure we had a bank of listings. A bank is when you put away listings, drafted listings for a rainy day, so that, you're going to get sick. If you have kids, your kids are going to get sick. Things are going to get in the way. That's totally normal. Like we're normal people. We're not robots. I'm not saying you need to be a robot. I'm saying we need to prepare for that, right? That is why we listed consistently what we could handle and kept in mind I was already ahead of what I needed to list for the following days in case something happened, or in case we had to go on vacation or take a special trip or just wanted to take a day off. That's totally cool too. Having a bank of listings that you can use, that you already made, that you just need to fill out a few different specifics, but they're already pictured. You have your draft already uploaded, they're ready to go. That is probably the biggest tip if that's feeling a little daunting. Because once you do this, your sales, it will explode. I don't think there's anything that eBay values more than consistency. And I think you see that in all of the 5 tricks and tips that we shared today. I will say that one thing along with this is when I first started listing to eBay, I was cross-listing, right? So we have always been big fans of cross-listing, listing the same item to multiple platforms. And I was listing on Poshmark first. I looked at what I was doing. I heard a podcast from another big reseller at the time. This was back in 2020. And she was talking about how, okay, she was listing on Poshmark first for years, right? And then she decided to sit down one day and she asked herself what would happen if I switched and I just listed to eBay first and I tried it out. And her sales exploded. And she became a huge eBay seller. And I said to myself, I want to try it too. Why not? And that day in 2020, I started listing on eBay first every single day. And that blew our sales up, completely out of the water from Poshmark, from Mercari, from anything I was doing before. And I can't say for sure this is a surefire way that you need to list directly to eBay first. It needs to be the first platform that sees your item. All I know is, honestly, if I was cross-listing to eBay from another platform, I was probably a little lazy, right? I probably wasn't following all of the things I just laid out for you. I wasn't putting in as much as I should have in my listing. If I was taking a Poshmark listing that was pretty bare bones compared to eBay and all of their drop downs, I probably went to eBay and I didn't fill out as much as I needed to. But when I switched to listing on eBay first, I made that bad boy big, right? I filled it with information. Each listing was good. I put in as many drop downs as was applicable, like we mentioned. And from there, every listing that I cross-listed to another platform was easy. It was so easy because I had all of the work. Almost all of it was already done. There wasn't a drop down that eBay wasn't already generating, right? When we went to cross-list. So I can't say for sure that you're going to have the same experience. That was mine, right? And I think that honestly, it was a great thing that we implemented in our business. If you're curious, experiment, try it out. I always say what works for me might not work for you. That's why I wanted to make a lot of these tricks, a lot of these tips, objective things that eBay themselves have even come out and said are best practices. And again, consistent hard work, that is probably the bow that ties the entire thing. List daily, the same amount every single day, as many item specifics as possible. Use all of the characters in your title, right? And make them keyword heavy with strong, good keywords that make you stand out. Ship within as low as you can handle as possible and stick to it. Be consistent with it. And number 1, if you don't already, get that store. Play around with it. Look at everything they offer you in terms of marketing and tools for your store, and you won't regret it. Okay. I swear that's not a sponsor, by the way. I truly just feel like that is probably the biggest right off the bat benefit that eBay gives you, right, to start your store. And all of these tips wrapped into one bow is take the dive. If you've never sold on eBay, try it. Try it consistently. Try it for a good amount of time and then just see where it takes you. You never know. It's your business. See what works for you. And I hope these helped. If you like this kind of content, we're always going to be putting out more twice a week. Subscribe, and you can always check back to see what we've uploaded. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.